Hello.
Hi.
Recording.
There you go. That was good.
That was all right. I wonder how that sounds on there. Maybe I should be a singer.
I don't know. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
We got the Mullet Man, the Baylor Bears, Jalen Tate in Arkansas,
Yeah.
the 12 seed of Oregon State, the
March.
only good team to come out of Houston.
Yeah.
Got the first four team in UCLA,
That's crazy.
down their best player in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Got the Southern California kids at USC.
Gotta love the Cali kids.
Gotta love them. And the girls, especially.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the best facial hair in the game at Gonzaga.
True that.
Those are the last team left. Those are the last teams left. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Welcome back to another episode of Cocktail Wieners. Like always, I'm your host, Spencer. My co-host,
Carson Sneller.
Carson
I didn't
Sneller.
know you were pointing at me.
who else was I pointing at?
I don't know. Maybe your grow-up girlfriend.
Yep, growing a girlfriend. That's what we're doing today. That's what we're doing.
So no cocktail today. Instead,
No
we're going to grow a
cocktail.
girlfriend. It's our goal.
Shout out to my friend Brian. When we were golfing over the weekend, he gave me a present on the first tee box, made me play like trash the whole rest of the way
She was
because I
just
was
in your head.
nervous. She was in my head.
Yeah.
So we got a girlfriend that I can grow. Finally, I've been, wanting
Tell us
a
how it's
girlfriend for years. Well, anything, like we had these as we were growing up as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Just things you plop into water and they grow. Now this says it's supposed to get to 6 times the original size.
Ooh, how big is she?
Probably about 8 inches right now. That's 8 inches, right?
Sure, hope so.
No, she's probably about 2 inches right now.
That's pretty similar to.
No, that one's getting cut.
Why?
I mean, hey, no, it's good.
No, yeah, we're definitely good.
She feels a little hard. I was expecting it to be like a sponge
Yeah,
to absorb the water.
it's okay.
So we're dropping her in the
probably why
water.
It takes 2 hours to start growing.
Yes, so that's the bad thing. It takes 2 hours to. Okay. Okay. Yeah. ED's a real thing.
Yeah.
All right. So she takes 2 hours to start growing.
Only gets about 2 inches.
Full size in 72 hours. I'm excited to see full size.
So if it's 6 times, she's gonna be 12 inches. She's gonna be a foot long. You're gonna have a foot long girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be nice.
But I doubt she's no way she fits in that cup. That's what I'm confused
Well,
about.
I don't know. Maybe you move her to the bathtub. Take her for a bath.
I think I will have to. She's rocking the bikini.
Yep. Already ready.
All right, let's drop her in.
Let's see how this goes.
We got to name her.
I don't. It's your girlfriend.
Wow. Oh, there's a few good names out there. Margot Robbie.
Zendaya.
Zendaya.
I was gonna say it's gotta be Zendaya.
But this doesn't really fit Zendaya.
Why not?
Big boobs.
No, that's fair.
She kind of looks weird. It looks like a bodybuilder that got a boob job.
She kind of looks like Britney Spears.
There she goes.
Oh, is that what you should call her?
Britney. That's it.
It's Britney.
It's Britney, bitch.
Oh, I was gonna finish that. Oh, she's got some bubbles on her right now.
I'm gonna have to take her to the beach and get a little tan. Speaking of the beach,
Okay.
I don't know the kid. I don't know the names. I sent you a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we're at Zoom University right now.
Yep.
It sucks, but this guy was in our class today, no shirt on or nothing.
Gains clock. He's got to show off.
And
the
it's
game.
just, I don't know.
Are
That
there any
really
girls
rubbed
in
me
your
the wrong
class?
way. Yeah, of course.
Oh well,
But he,
Power
like the
play.
whole first 10 minutes of class, him and the professor was just like chatting it up. Had nothing to do with class.
that's weird.
So he kept popping on the screen, and every once in a while his nip would come up. But it was,
that's really weird. And the professor didn't say anything at all.
I was kind of surprised he didn't. Like he's a night. Like, I don't know. What would a professor say? Like,
Put your shirt on.
I mean, yeah.
like if you're going to class, you have to dress. You have to have shoes, shirt,
Yeah.
and shorts,
And a mask.
and a mask. Yeah,
No. Yeah. But I don't know. That made me really uncomfortable. I was kind of like,
I can
dude,
see how that would make you uncomfortable. That would be kind of weird.
he was certainly drunk too.
He was drunk.
Yeah, you could tell. Like, that kid had never talked in class before.
Mm-hmm.
Professor opened up the class and he just hopped on. And he was like, yo, He said he typed something random in the group chat that made no sense.
Yeah.
And then he like interrupted the professor and it's like, oh, I got to explain that. I'm at the beach, man. And he was just like shouting in. It was like, dude.
Dang.
But he took 10 minutes away from class, so that's always nice.
Yeah, I can't complain from that. But anyways, back to the topic at hand.
It's a mess. I feel like you would be that type of person, though.
No. I got a little bit more self-respect than that.
Yeah, probably. But
I go for runs shirtless, but like I haven't done that in like a year. So.
Fair enough. I just feel like if there were a person that I knew that were to go to a class shirtless,
so it would be you. I'm the podcast slut, is what you're saying.
No, I didn't say that. I don't think that's necessarily slutty behavior.
I would argue.
I've heard I've seen your cutoffs, and I've seen your nipples pop out of them. I'm just saying.
Cutoff is different, though. It's like summer wear.
Is it when it's your cutoff? If it's like a basketball jersey cutoff, that's not different.
Okay.
But you cut them all the way down to the end of your shirt.
Well, that's pretty typical.
But no.
Well, like at my high school, okay, but it also stems from my high school. Like at my high school, that's what everyone does. Like when you make a cutoff, they cut it all the way down.
It's also just a douchebag shirt.
Well, okay, but it's also.
But it is.
No, it's also a farm thing. Like when I'm out on the farm, I wear that. I get a good tan, so I don't have that ugly farmer tan.
I understand.
I hate that.
But I'd much rather you just take off your shirt than have a shirt that's so cut that it's like falling off of you.
I mean, I guess we can agree to disagree on this. I don't know.
I don't know. You're terrible.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm apparently the podcast slut now, too.
I didn't say that. Nothing about sluts.
I'm the pinup girl.
You're that. You're Britney.
I'm Britney. I'm the girl.
I'm kind of disappointed she takes so long to grow.
I know. I see a little bit of bubbles coming off her. She looks like she's moving a little bit.
If we were to drop some Viagra in there, you think she'd grow faster?
I don't know.
I hope so.
Worth a shot.
Is she going to get stuck sideways? I feel like she's not sitting in there too well.
Should we like put cement shoes on her so she stands upright?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Anyways, back to the topic. Dang, we
getting into it.
Yeah, we're getting sidetracked.
That's okay.
That's whatever.
That's okay.
But March Madness, it has been mad.
And it has been March.
And it has been March.
And I would like to use this opportunity to take a moment of silence.
True.
For Oral Roberts. I'm just bummed, man.
I know.
Blowjob Bob's out the tournament.
And they almost had it.
They choked that one away.
Same with my pick, Loyola.
Loyola kind of
Wait, did you just say Oral Roberts choked it away?
No pun intended. That was they did though. They choked on that one.
Yeah, that was that was rough to watch. I was watching it and it just it was coming down to the wire and you could tell they wanted it so bad. I think the whole country was rooting for him.
Yeah.
I think everyone wanted Oral Roberts, but
yeah. I also think like Sister Jean spent so many nights praying against Oral Roberts.
Yeah.
That she lost prayers for Loyola.
Yeah, that's true.
So they both lost.
Just a real quick side note. Speaking of like prayers and religious things, have you seen the new shoes from Lil Nas X?
Are we getting into this?
No, we're not. Okay.
No, we can't.
We're not.
I have seen them and they're just weird. Like there's just
we can cut this. We don't need to talk about
No, we can.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not like we don't have to go into the religion of it.
No, that's why I was just going to be like, it doesn't need to be talked about.
No, we can. I have seen them and I'm just confused by them. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like they just, I don't know. I don't really know what the goal in it was. I feel like it was probably supposed to be kind of fun
but at the same time, I don't know. Like I just get different vibes from it. Like for me, it's just really weird to see, especially knowing like all the children that look up to him.
Yeah,
and to see him make that comment on Twitter, I'm an adult, I'm not going to cater your kids, but to see that they're the ones that blew up his song that got him off the streets. Let's not forget, he was homeless before Old Town Road.
Right.
I just think it's so irresponsible and disrespectful.
I just think it's weird. Like, because the bottom of the soul is like liquid.
Yeah, and it's got blood in it.
Like, why?
I don't know.
It just seems... I just don't know the point of it.
I know, and there are a lot of professional athletes speaking out against it.
Yeah.
Like I was surprised to see how many and professional athletes, like not like actors or actresses, you didn't see much from them, but like the athlete crowd, they were all just like like Trevor Lawrence, the guy
Swaggy
P.
I don't know, the whole thing just seemed weird to me. I didn't really at first I did not think it was real. But
yeah,
then
I saw it and I was like, no way. He can't be doing that.
Out of all the designs that you could do, first of all, the shoe doesn't even look good. It's literally black with red writing on it.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I don't even think it doesn't even look like a good shoe.
No.
Out of all the shoe collabs that happen, like New Balance releases some heat.
Jack Harlow.
Some heat. But they were literally just black.
Yeah. With like red soles.
And whose blood was it? The blood is the most disturbing part to me.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
Did they just prick a finger and drop? Like, that's just weird to do.
Know. Did they buy blood from a blood bank? Is that even legal? I don't even think you can buy blood like that. I don't know. Just thought I'd get a quick side note on that.
No, I know. It's weird. I just don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Religion aside, like it's not even about that, but it's just weird to do.
I agree.
Like it's kind of disturbing. Like why would you buy a shoe knowing there's blood in it?
Music video. Have you seen that?
Yeah, that's a little.
I didn't watch it. I saw a clip of it and I was like, I'm not watching this.
We got pranked by his apology video.
Yep, we did.
That was funny.
That was, yeah.
It's still. I just don't. I just like I said, I don't understand it.
I don't either.
And I don't get. Yeah.
All right,
it makes no sense.
We're going to cut out this little part that I'm about to say. I feel like we should have gone through topics first because I feel like that was so random talking about that. We should have listed out topics first to talk about.
I don't think so. I think we just talk about whatever we want. That's what a podcast is.
That's fair. All right.
She's still not growing.
I know. Brittany, come on. Maybe her dad's holding
come
her
on.
back.
Is that what happened? I feel like it was more the paparazzi that destroyed her.
It was the paparazzi.
Another side note.
I was actually on her dad's side. Just a quick.
I don't know anything about her dad.
He was basically long story short, he was controlling her money because she was drugged out and being influenced by all these people that just wanted her for her money. So he was controlling all of it, making sure she didn't make any stupid decisions. And of course, then the fans blew it way out of proportion. The paparazzi were like, "Oh, he's controlling her life. She's held hostage. She's a prisoner." When realistically,
did you
he was
watch
the
documentary?
No,
I
think my mom followed up on it a little bit.
I have no clue if that's true or not.
My mom was just telling me like, "Oh yeah, that's what's going on." But anyways,
I don't know but paparazzi in general is a really weird thing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I agree.
I get that they're famous, but why are they so idolized?
I don't know.
And then the second point of that is there was like, when she was like 17, paparazzi were following her around being like, "Have you lost your virginity yet?"
Yeah, like
and
that's just wild. That's so inappropriate.
Gross.
Yeah.
It's like,
she's a
why
minor.
is that a question?
Yeah, for
anybody.
Yeah, for anybody, but let alone a 17-year-old.
That's just,
I can't believe that. That's horrible.
It's very weird. But we got it right here.
If you think about paparazzi, though, the essence of them is to capture photos and videos of someone famous. That's their whole livelihood. And they can get paid. Some of these people are making 6 figures a year. Like, if you get a good picture, it can sell for like thousands of dollars.
Right.
Which I don't understand. Like, that seems so wild to me, like a concept. You're following somebody around, stalking them, waiting to get a good picture of them.
It would be miserable.
I would hate it.
I feel like there's no respect there anymore.
No.
I feel like there used to be some respect.
Well, that's what you hear all these big TikTokers come out and saying, like Bryce Hall and all of them.
Well, they a bunch of bitches.
Well, yeah, they are.
I don't even.
They are, but they're also the ones that are bringing to light the fact that paparazzi's really screwed up. Like, they have no privacy. No, it's not just them, but they're the ones that are like the new people everyone cares about. All the teen girls are following all of them.
That's fair.
And they're just like, they came out and said, they're like, this is uncontrolled. Like, they had people come to their houses, break in.
Yeah.
And they're just like, the paparazzi whole, like, in like everything about paparazzi kind of needs to just.
We're going to have paparazzi following us soon.
I know, right? I can't wait.
Wow.
We're just bashing on it. Now we're like, hey, come follow us.
No, that's why I feel like I would. Here's the thing. Why would you? I just feel like living in LA or New York or somewhere, it just doesn't have an appeal.
No, yeah. I would much rather. My dream house is a nice ranch out in Montana.
Right.
And just live in the countryside.
Because what paparazzi is going to be there? They don't care.
No, they don't care.
Like, if we lived here, or if Lexington, or middle of nowhere Wisconsin, where you're from,
shout out all in Bancroft.
No one's gonna bother you. That's why, like, what's his name? Dave Chappelle.
Oh, yep.
He lives in some small town in Ohio, and I forget the name of it.
Yeah.
But he's kind of just a guy that keeps to himself, and everyone there knows him. So whenever they see him at like a local coffee shop, no one's like, holy crap, it's Dave Chappelle. They're just like, what up, Dave?
Yeah.
I would much rather.
Nice.
Yeah.
There are a lot of celebrities. In particular, there are a lot of country singers that do that. Granted, that's kind of what their whole like livelihood is based around, like country and that.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people that do that, where they're just like, want nothing to do with the limelight. We're gonna live out in the middle of Idaho.
But
and
I
just
feel
have a
like
nice little-
Nashville's low-key a different vibe. I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of them are around there, though.
True. That is true. But I do know quite a few that just live in their own little places. Like,
Yeah, no, that's what I think would be fun.
I would do that. Have enough money to get by, buy some stuff, whatever you want.
I
Not
agree.
be tight on money and just live your life.
I agree.
I think that's everyone's dream, though.
I agree. Interesting. I agree. Oh. But yeah, I don't know what all that was about, but
I don't know
I
either.
enjoyed chatting.
Yeah.
Who do you think is making the Final Four? Games
All
kick
right.
off tonight.
So we
It's
got
a-
Gonzaga versus USC. I'm going to take Gonzaga. I
They're
think
looking-
they're looking unstoppable.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
I thought they were kind of just a fad. I thought they were like, they're hyped up, whatever, overrated. They are just destroying everyone. There's no
agree.
hope for anybody else.
I
So I'm
agree.
taking them over USC, excuse me.
Say it again.
USC.
All right, there you go.
And then Michigan versus UCLA. That one might be kind of close, but I'm going with Michigan. Got to go Big Ten.
Only thing about them is they haven't had Isaiah Livers the whole tournament.
True.
So that doesn't really change anything. But they did announce last game that he's not coming back,
True.
which I feel like everyone
Yeah.
everyone knew. Like, he's got a broken foot.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just gonna magically start playing again.
Mhm.
So that
Wow.
does kind of change it. But like
I'm still going with them. They're rolling.
UCLA, I think they're only the second team to ever make it out of the first four matchup,
That is true.
and they look good. But I just feel like they'll probably.
So I'm going to take Gonzaga over USC, Michigan over UCLA,
I'll do the same.
and then Baylor versus Arkansas. I'm actually going to pull an upset. And I'm going to go with Arkansas over Baylor. I just think they're a more complete team.
I think
I
we
also
both
don't
just
wanna-
want Arkansas.
I do, and I also don't want Mullet Man.
Well, right. I think we both just want Baylor to lose,
Mhm.
so we want Arkansas to lose. But realistically, yeah, we want Baylor to lose so bad
Yeah.
because of the mullet man.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. I do think Arkansas, after watching one of their games, I think they're a really good team. But I agree.
I don't think they are actually.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay. That's fair. I think they're a little bit better than Baylor. It's also very partial because I hate Mullet Man and I don't like
they're
Baylor.
certainly not better than Baylor.
No, not at all.
Baylor was,
Well, yeah, that's fair. Baylor's a lot better.
but we just hate Baylor.
Mm-hmm. And then Oregon State versus Houston.
I'm going Oregon State.
Realistically, Houston, but I want Oregon
Houston
State.
hasn't really looked good.
See, they haven't, but it's still the fact that it's Houston. They're playing a 12 seed.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I think they're better than what they let on. I mean, they've already gone through. Who did they have to play?
they haven't really played anybody big. They played Cleveland State, Rutgers, and then Syracuse.
That's fair. I mean, that is actually pretty true.
But
I'm
then
still
again,
gonna
it's
pull
another-
with Oregon State.
You're going Oregon State?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's what I want.
I'm cheering for Gonzaga, Michigan. Well, I'm not cheering for Michigan.
Yeah.
Go Big Ten. But I'm gonna cheer for Arkansas and Oregon State.
Okay.
I don't like Baylor, Houston. Well, I mean, I'm already last in my bracket anyways.
My bracket's
It's so
terrible.
bad. I'm dead last in the friend group,
Yeah. That sucks.
and of course, 1 through 3 is a girl who has not watched a game.
There's something to be said about that.
Yeah,
For some reason, some of the best brackets are always by people that have no idea about anything.
yeah. My other roommate Casey, he actually is first, and he
Yeah.
didn't watch a single game all year. It's just like,
I
come
don't
on.
understand that. How does that? Because I know a bunch of
Overthinking?
friends back in high school who did the same thing. We had girls in our class.
Overthinking.
Yeah,
That's
we
what
had
it
girls
is.
in our class that would literally look at the the mascot and pick based on mascot.
I think that's what I'm gonna do next year.
I might,
But
I don't know.
I mean, I even did.
you should give your girlfriend a shake. Maybe that's what's going on. Shake her up a little bit.
Oh, she's stuck.
Uh oh.
The waters. Yeah, she is stuck.
Should we get something to adjust her?
Nah.
She's gonna start growing crooked.
Yeah, that's how I like them. With a little bit of curve.
Well, that's fair.
Okay, that pretty much sums it up. I mean, I forget who we said last time, but
Yeah, I don't even remember.
I'm probably going for Gonzaga just to win it all.
really.
yeah.
I'm still going with Michigan to win it all.
I don't like Michigan.
I don't like Michigan, but it's Big Ten.
Damn, I keep doing that.
What? Nah, you're fine. I keep clearing my throat, so like Corona. Spencer gave me Corona.
Yep.
Yep.
We did just hit the links over the weekend. You know what the links are?
The golfing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hoped you knew what that meant.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
No, they can't even see it on this way. Yeah, so had a good friend come up. Rodrigo came up for the week. So we went out and played some golf.
How'd you do?
Terrible. You know, I think it's time to buy new clubs.
Oh, blame it on the
But
clubs.
That's exactly right. Like,
Okay.
I have no business buying new clubs, but
out with the old, in with the new.
man, I stunk.
That's okay.
We still won, though. We played a scramble. I was playing with Brian.
Okay.
It was me and Brian versus Rod, Seth, and Thomas.
Dang.
They smoked us the first 9. Caught him on the back 9.
That's all that matters.
We were playing better, yeah.
Got the last laugh.
Got the dub, so that's all that matters.
Hey, at least you go golfing. Only golfing I do is the mini golf. The mini variety.
I understand. I enjoy it, though.
I feel like I would, too. I have a lot of friends that go. I've just never quite gotten into it. Like, my brother's got golf lessons, but when I was younger, I had baseball during the summer. And I played baseball like all summer long, so I never had a chance to do golf lessons. My parents always wanted me to. They're always like, "Oh, you need to learn how to golf. Everyone needs to know." And I was like, "Yeah, but like, I've got baseball."
No, I was the same. So. I played baseball and I didn't really. So my golf swing kind of sucks.
That's
but
okay.
I enjoy it.
Happy Gilmore it.
I did that a few times.
Oh, okay.
Didn't work.
Oh,
but it is what it is. Speaking of, it is what it is. I don't know where this transition's going.
I don't know. It's a transition nonetheless.
But nah, it'll get cut out because that was terrible.
That's okay.
But I assume we want to start talking about the NBA.
Yeah.
Trade deadline. But think of a transition from the Lynx to the. I got one. Hang on, let me pull.
Okay.
NBA trade deadline deals.
I feel like we've been all over the place in this episode. But
like
it's kind of, I was about to say, but it's kind of nice because it's just like talking. Like, it's just kind of the shooting the crap. Like, relaxing.
Boo, 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 boo.
Oh, I was talking with my roommates. I think the reason I brought up that, like, Lil Nas X stuff is because it, like, really bothered me. I brought it up with my roommates because they were talking about it, and I was, like, talking about it with them. They see no issue with it.
I mean, I think that's just...
I was like, are you kidding me? Like, that really bothered me. I was like, how do you guys not see an issue with it? Like,
I think it's probably because they're not. But I think it kind of is centered around religion.
But like, Cooney's not Christian. He's Hindu. Hindi. No, he speaks Hindi.
But he's Hindi.
Anyways, but he was like saying he didn't really find an issue with it. And then Adam, of course, didn't find an issue with it. And Adrian didn't really care. I was just like, that bothers me. Anyways.
I don't really. I mean, I guess I kind of don't care.
I do.
But it's like.
I definitely do.
But I feel like you shouldn't. Like, it doesn't. Like, I think it's really weird.
It definitely does offend me, though, especially because there's so many impressionable youth. Like, as a Christian,
well, yeah,
my goal is to help see Christianity live on and continue practicing.
Yeah, but this isn't going to kill it out.
No, but kids are impressionable. Some little kids might see that and think, oh, that's cool, and then kind of veer away towards that type of, I don't know.
I don't think that's necessarily accurate.
I think it could.
I don't think kids...
But he's glorifying Satan and all that in his music video and all that. So kids that are worshiping it might be like, oh, it's kind of cool to glorify Satan. Like,
I just don't think it'll go that far.
I wouldn't be surprised if it does.
Wow, where's it gonna go?
Honestly, if these people, I don't know, but he's like the first one to do it.
Just having a little bit of an overreaction.
No, I don't think I am, because if you think about it, he's the first one to do it. Who's to say people aren't going to start doing it more and more now? It's always takes one person to start doing something for it to catch on. I don't know. We'll see. Only time will tell. Anyways, I
think he's getting more backlash than he's getting.
I hope so.
It doesn't really matter.
Let's get the clap and let's get going. No, let's not get the clap. Let's do the clap.
Yeah, that's something we need to distinguish right there. Don't want thy clap. I keep trying to drink this.
I thought about the same thing.
Yeah,
I was gonna take a drink. Do you think there's chemicals in there from her?
Oh, for sure.
Do you think they're toxic?
For sure.
How toxic?
I'm gonna go get some pink Moscato.
Okay. Should I pause it?
No.
Oh, no.
Ugh.
So you're getting alcohol. Sounds like a plan. Just drink it from the bottle. Hell yeah.
This one goes out to all the white moms out there.
My mom, in particular.
All right.
For all of you that can't see, he just opened up a nice big
Barefoot
bottle of Barefoot. What is it?
Pink Moscato.
Pink Moscato.
You can't beat it. $4.
I think my mom loves that stuff.
I think. Yeah, I'll bring her a bottle.
Is it sweet?
Oh yeah.
Oh, she definitely loves it. She loves those sweet drinks.
It's actually called Deliciously Sweet,
Oh, I wonder if it's deliciously sweet.
but it doesn't have too much alcohol in it, so you don't
That's-
really get drunk.
Oh, gotta drink the whole bottle then.
All right, you know, a current NBA player
Okay.
who's also a scratch golfer.
Who?
Steph Curry.
Oh, that's right.
He plays in pro-am tournaments all the time.
He owns that golf TV show, the Holy
Well,
Moly, the mini golf one.
That's actually a fun TV show.
I did
I've
like
watched it
that.
a few times.
I do too. I like it. Ron Ribble.
So yeah, Ron Ribble. Is that the host? I don't like him.
I love him.
I don't like him.
Did you know he's like a real quick side note? Did you know he's like a chief in the Air Force or Army? He was like really, really high up in the military.
But not currently.
No, but he retired. He was like, I think like an E6 or 7, which is like on the scale goes from like 0 up to like E12, I think. He was like higher. I think he was like 7 or 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations to him.
I know. I respect
That'll
that.
be you soon.
No. I don't think I can get that high. being
Shout out the
honest.
troops.
Yep. Love our military guys.
Yeah, so Steph, good NBA player.
Yep.
There's also some good NBA players that are on new teams.
True. This has been
What a
wild-
transition that
oh
one
my-
was.
That was good. That was smooth.
Wow.
This has been a wild off season.
Should we go over him?
Oh yeah, we can bring them up.
So you were actually the one that I didn't pay too close attention,
I was
which
watching
is kind
like
of
a
surprising.
hawk.
I know you do.
Only because my boy Andre Drummond.
He wasn't going to get traded.
I know, but I was still hoping. So I was following all of it and just watching to make sure.
I understand. So
Shouts to him though, signing on with the Lakers real quick.
yeah, hopefully
Hopefully he does well.
he does well. But I also
Anyways.
think it's funny that you texted me and you said, "Holy cow, Gordon's going to the Nuggets."
Yep.
And I first thought of Eric Gordon,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, well, I mean, Eric Gordon's like good. He's a
Yeah.
really good role player, but I was like,
That's what, yeah.
He wouldn't really make the Nuggets better.
No.
And then I went to play 2K with my boy Rod
Mm-hmm.
after I smoked him in golf, smoked him in 2K, smoked him in Madden, smoked him in NHL.
You guys play.
If you're
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys did play NHL.
NHL is by far the best sport game.
Really?
100%. It has the best graphics. It has the best play. We have to play it sometime.
A deal. I'd be
It's
down.
definitely the hardest to grasp,
Mm-hmm.
but it's by far the funnest. They easily do the best job with it, I
Dang,
think.
I didn't know that.
Because if we're being honest, 2K and Madden get worse every year.
Yeah,
They try
That's
to-
what I've heard. I mean,
They're
I don't
basically
play
s-
any of them.
Yeah, they're
So-
basically selling us the same game every year,
Yeah.
just with the new players.
Mm-hmm.
But they try to do too much, and then it makes all the moves slow. It's
Are the
best one
graphics
was probably-
good?
Yeah, the graphics are good, but it's like I would rather have slightly worse graphics and better gameplay.
Okay.
But it's not.
I don't know. I don't play them.
Anyways, I beat him in all of them. I hope he's listening, because he's trash. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah. So
Yeah,
then I
Aaron
was playing 2K, and he chose the Nuggets,
Ooh.
and then Aaron Gordon popped up, and then it clicked, and I was like, "Holy cow,
Yeah.
Eric Gordon to the Nuggets."
That's a good move by them.
You think he fits well?
I do. I really think he fits because he replaces some of their other role players that they had. I mean, their big three that they have right now: Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray. Ooh,
Just tried to drink with the cap on
maybe getting a little tipsy there.
already.
So they have Porter Jr., Murray, and God, I can't. Jokic. There we go. Couldn't find his name. So those three. I think he complements them really well because he can shoot the three, and he's another man to go in there, grab a rebound, and put it back up.
He's
So-
only 25.
exactly.
I didn't know he was that young.
I didn't know he was that. Wow, I actually didn't know he was that young either.
But here's the thing: this is what surprises me. They traded Gary Harris,
Mm-hmm.
RJ Hampton,
Yep.
and a first-round pick for Aaron Gordon.
Yep.
Now I feel like that
RJ Hampton had a lot of promise.
he's still. I like him, and I still think he can be good. And the
Mhm.
first-round pick is like first round picks don't really mean much in the NBA. If you're outside the top 10, top 15, which they will be because it's a Nugget pick, so they'll be at round like 28.
Yeah.
It's like it's not that valuable. So
No, I
you
know.
get rid of one of your franchise players who's only 25.
Mm-hmm.
You also get rid of Nikola Vucevic.
Yeah.
No one
they're
knows.
just
We don't know how to pronounce his name.
Vucevic. Yeah, I don't know.
But then he's young.
Yeah.
Blow up him.
Well, he's like 32, I think, which is still relatively young. But I don't know what their team is thinking. Because, like, if you think about it, next year when they're fully healthy, they're going to have Markelle Fultz. I'm not saying he's great, but he's decent. He's better than most. You don't think so?
I don't think he's better than half the league's point guards.
I'd say he's sitting around half. I'd say he's the upper two-thirds.
You think he's a top 10 point guard?
No, but
Well, that'd be the upper 2/3.
well,
There's only 30 point guards in the league. Starting point
so
guards.
I'd say but I'd say
I would say he's one of the worst
he's,
starting point
he's
guards
in the top
league.
15. I'd say there are definitely some that are worse. Anyways, I
Well,
don't know.
yeah,
he's
but
still young, but he's decent. Then you'd have Aaron Gordon and Vucevic all starting. That's a decent big like three.
Well, that's what the
So,
reason they
I
blew it
don't
up. That's what they've had all along, and they've been trash.
Well, yeah, Markelle Fultz has also
So,
been injured a lot.
Yeah, but when they had him, they were so trash.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of surprised. I don't know how I feel about the deal. The Nuggets definitely won. They gave away,
Yeah.
but
I think they're a contending team now.
I think they always have been. It'll just be interesting to see how he fits in. Because
So far, he did pretty well in the first game.
I honestly
They
don't know much about his
destroyed the
stats.
Hawks.
But does he shoot well? They don't really need.
He shoots decently, and he's good at rebounding, and he can put it back up. He can make a move around the rim. He's a good perimeter player.
Mhm.
He can drive. He can do all that stuff.
Yeah, I guess. And
So
then, but
I think it's a great move by the Nuggets. I don't know what the Magic are.
well, they're just
doing.
blowing it up and trying to rebuild.
Yeah,
but they're terrible. So,
but they didn't even. That's the other thing is like getting that draft pick, like you were saying, that didn't do anything.
but
Like if you're trying to rebuild, your goal is to get high draft picks. You want to get good picks. They got a low one from the Nuggets,
ideally,
which I mean, yes, RJ Hampton. I know I'm messing up.
RJ
words.
Hampton
I'm
could be
stumbling.
good.
He could be. He showed a lot of flashes, especially when Porter Jr. was having COVID issues. And
And Gary Harris is a really, really solid bench player.
yes, if he stays healthy.
Does he not?
No, he's had a history in the past. Like he's been in the league for 3 years and he's been injured for like 1 point, like something.
That's tough.
I know.
But other Magic moves, you got Evan Fournier
Yep.
to the Celtics,
Oh,
which
that's the other guy who would have been in their starting four, which
he's an interesting player because he is a starter and he's good, but he gets hurt a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I think he's older. Well, he's actually
28.
younger,
He's 28. Well,
but
yeah.
it's like I think the Celtics definitely get better with that because now they're gonna have Kemba, Fournier,
Brown,
Tatum.
and
But they got well, Tristan Thompson will probably start.
I think Robin Williams. He's making a really, really big push.
But he's
for
not
it.
going to start over Tristan.
Yeah, I don't
Our
know.
boy Tristan.
Yeah,
Shout out Tristan and the Jenners.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Wow.
I know. I don't know how he pulled that. But.
And then obviously Vucevic
To the
got
Bulls.
to the Bulls. That,
Which
like,
I think that's a phenomenal move by them. I mean, they're looking decent now. They have Vucevic. They have
Yeah, but
Laurie
it's still
McKinnon. They have. I don't like Kobe White that much, but he's again shown flashes. Could be decent. He's only in his second year.
but I
mean,
feel like they got a bad return in him too. They
Yeah.
didn't really get anything for him.
No, I agree. They got Otto Porter Jr. and
I guess Otto Porter Jr. is
Wendell Carter.
they're both-
Jr.
They're both fine.
They're
I guess
fine, but not Vucevic level.
Well, I just don't know why. He's only 30.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Vucevic.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's.
And I don't know what his contract is.
I don't either.
But I feel like a lot of teams try to blow up their teams so much that
Mhm.
they're just have nothing. When if they would have traded everyone else away but kept
Hey,
Nikola,
They got Bacon. Bring home the bacon. Dwayne Bacon. She's about all that's left.
this guy.
No,
This
I get what you're
guy.
saying though, and it's unbelievable to me because, like, you saw the Thunder. The Thunder blew up their team, but they still had really good pieces.
They did get 2 first-round picks,
Okay, they
but
did.
it's the Bulls, so they aren't going to
Oh.
be.
Bulls are going to be pretty high. They're right now, I think, sitting at what's the record, like 15-30.
Maybe I didn't know they
I
were
think
that bad.
they're horrible this year.
It's interesting though.
So those will be decently high. But yeah, I can't believe how badly the Magic blew up their team, especially when you compare it to other teams like I was saying, the Thunder, who still had pieces. I mean, the Thunder are looking decent for the future years. They got Sir
but they
Gilgeous
blew up their team.
Yeah.
They got rid of, like, so what's your point?
But my point is they held on to like Sir Gilgeous Alexander and a couple players that were
that's
decent.
because they held on to him because he's like a second-year player.
Well, yeah, I know, but like that's why I'm saying they should have blown up their team, but kept at least like Vucevic. They're blowing up their team and keeping Markelle Fultz.
You have to understand that the Thunder also blew up their team.
Yeah,
they got rid of Westbrook.
Yeah,
they got rid of Paul George. They got rid of Chris Paul.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they already blew up their team.
Yeah, but they still had younger players who,
but they got them through the trade. They wouldn't have had Alexander if it wasn't for the trade.
True,
so that's why they have.
But that's the difference. Yeah, but that's also the difference between the Magic and the Thunder. The Magic, in my opinion, didn't get anybody decent, anybody even close to the caliber of Sir Gilgeous Alexander or Shai. It's Shai Gilgeous Alexander, or anybody.
I understand, but I think that there's just a difference between the Clippers have already blown up their team and trying to build back. They're just now blowing up.
Yeah.
So I think it's the same thing.
I mean, I guess I guess it's not really the Magic's fault. I guess my point in arguing this was saying that it's sad to see how they don't have any pieces left.
Yeah.
Like at least the Thunder got pieces and had good players. It doesn't look at this moment like the Magic are going to have any stars coming out of this. It looks like they're going to be completely just a team made up of bench players, which I guess is kind of the point, in hopes that they get other players, but it just seems that other teams, when they blow up, hold on to one or two pieces that are decent that they can build a team around.
But they're going to hold on to younger ones, which, if you're blowing up a team, you're not going to have a 30-year-old on it.
No, but you could keep on Aaron Gordon. He's 25. I'm not saying you build a team around him, but he's
which is exactly why they got rid of him.
Yeah, but I feel like he's a decent enough role player where he could still help give these younger players some advice.
I don't know. I'm not mad. I think them blowing up makes sense.
Yeah, I guess I don't agree with it completely. But again, I'm not even in the NBA. I didn't even play in college or anything.
Good thing you're not a fan of them.
True.
Did you like any of the trades? There's one particular trade that
I loved. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. It was
Norman.
Yeah,
Norman for Gary.
Norman Powell. Gary Trent Jr.
Two of the weirdest names of an NBA player.
Mm-hmm. Gary.
Norman. Norman.
Gary and Norman.
But
fun fact real quick about that. They got traded. First explain where they got traded to.
Okay, so
we even said that.
I wasn't even following on the day, and the next day I woke up and saw that Gary Trent Jr. was no longer on my team, which I was a little salty about because he's young.
What team is that?
Well, the Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah, but our listeners
has to be.
True.
So he's a young player with a lot of promise, and he's showed that he can do.
Yeah.
Like in the bubble last year, he went nuts. He's only 23.
Yeah.
He's a really, really good defender. But they got Norman from it.
Yeah.
Norman Powell from the Raptors.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, dang, I didn't know Norman was as good as he is.
I didn't know him either. He's always been over
20 points a game.
Yeah.
Shoots 45% from three.
That's good.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, he's always overshadowed by like Siakam, Van Vliet.
Right.
So,
but now he's going to be the third player he could do big things.
Lowry. Yeah.
Lowry.
Oh, you said third
player on the
okay.
Trailblazers.
I was about to say you're forgetting about my boy Lowry.
No. But Lowry didn't get traded. You think they were seriously trying to trade him?
I know. I wanted Bucks to get him, but we would have had to give up quite a bit, which I don't know, but I don't know what Bucks are doing right now. They're looking to get Austin Rivers. Quick side note. I don't know how I feel. He might be a decent role player. I'd be okay with that. But they got
probably better than some people on the bench.
True. But they also got PJ Tucker, which I'm a fan of because of the trades the picks that we got.
But we didn't really get any picks.
Exactly.
We just swapped picks.
Exactly. So I don't know. Anyways, back to the Blazers and the
I'm excited
Raptors.
for that, though. I think that makes the team because he's starting at the 3 already.
Yep. He started on the first day.
First day.
I couldn't believe that.
So him next to CJ and Dame could be
deadly. Now they got Nurkic too.
Nurkic is back.
They're looking good. They got Cantor as a reserve center, who's again decent, helped them out.
Yep.
But a fun fact about that trade: Gary Trent Jr. His father played in the NBA, and his father also played
drafted by
the Portland Trailblazers.
Yep.
And his father was traded 3 years and 41 games into the season to the Toronto Raptors, which is wild because Gary Trent Jr., his son, played on and was drafted by the Trailblazers and played for 3 years and 41 games as well and got traded to the exact same team.
That's a fact.
Which is wild. Like, how does that happen?
That's true.
The son and dad got traded the exact same game, exact same time.
Exact same year.
Exact same. No, what?
Exact same year. It was 3.
I thought you meant like 2020. And I was like, no.
Come on. Boy. I thought you had some common sense up in there. Is that hollow?
A little bit.
Damn. No,
Yeah, no.
It was 3 years into their season.
Yep.
Like they were 3 years in the NBA.
And
41 games into their third year.
Mm-hmm.
Same teams. That's just wild.
I know.
To be down to the day.
I know. And it was, 13 years apart or something like that? Or
I think it was more. It
was more than that. But that just, to me, is weird.
But I hope Gary, I like him. I hope he does. He'll probably start for the Raptors.
I think he is.
He's good. I like him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I was sad to see him go. I liked him as like the sixth man up in Portland.
Yeah.
But
speaking of sixth man who got traded, Lou Williams gets to reunite with Magic City Wings.
Hey, Lemon Pepper Lou.
Hey,
Lemon Pepper Lou. That's
True.
that's probably one of the best nicknames in.
Oh yeah, I agree. He got traded to the Hawks for Rajon Rondo, which I don't know why the Clippers would want Rondo. He's getting. I would much rather have Lou Williams than Rondo because Rondo is probably on his last leg. I'd say give him another season maybe.
I would agree with that.
But
that certainly is interesting.
There were some crazy trades, yeah.
But like you said, he's back at the strip club he
I
loves.
know, Magic City, and they're waiting. No, he doesn't like the strip club. He likes the wings.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget, when he was in the bubble, he got their wings, didn't go into the establishment.
With our boy, Jack Harlow.
Yep.
Jack Harlow snitched on him, man.
Wait, he was the one?
He put a picture on his Instagram of him and Lou in the strip club, and that's how the people were like, he's supposed to be in the bubble right now, which is funny.
Just gotta get his wings.
I want to try these. We'll have to try the wings one time.
Yeah, I agree. We'll have to get them on the show, try them out.
We'll have to drive
reaction.
down there.
Yep. I mean, if they're good enough for him, they got to be good enough for us.
Probably. Who are some other?
It wasn't a trade, but there were a couple signings in the offseason. Not offseason, but past the trade deadline. I mean, we had LaMarcus Aldridge sign on with, again, the Nets.
I'm starting to think. I don't know what to think about the Nets.
I am sick of them. I was watching. I think it was Stephen A. and Max Kessler.
Kellerman.
Who's Max Kessler? I feel like he's someone famous too.
Your boyfriend.
Maybe, yeah. No, that's you. No, but Max Kellerman, they were talking about how they're actually kind of getting sick of the Nets.
Well, I think it's
like they're just signing everyone.
Here's the thing. Both Blake Griffin and LaMarcus Aldridge are old and washed up. Now, I'm not saying they won't have an impact.
I agree with that.
But I'm starting to think we're all having like a little bit overreaction. It's like,
yes.
I just don't. I feel like they won't change the game that much.
No, and I can agree with that. I want to see where Blake Griffin goes, though. I think he was fooling all of us.
Probably.
In his first game, he hasn't dunked in 2 years. In his first game with the Nets, he comes out and he throws down a two-handed slam. Like, to me, that just, like, I don't know. And then he shows out against his former team. He went off for 17 points in 20 minutes.
That's how it always goes, though.
I know, but I feel like he's been holding back just so he could get traded. I don't think he wanted to be on the Pistons. I don't think anybody does.
I wouldn't.
Pistons are terrible.
I wouldn't want to live in Detroit either.
I wouldn't either. That's just a city that's going nowhere, which is really sad and unfortunate. It was one of the main cities in America that helped found us. But,
very true.
But anyways, I'd like to see where he goes. Aldrich, he still can be good. He's washed up and old, and he's not worthy of a starting position, which is what he originally wanted. He asked the Spurs for a starting position, but they said no.
Well, I think he was starting for him, but they were only playing him like 20 minutes a game.
Yeah, and then Poeltl, their backup, he's actually decent. I think he should be starting anyways. But LaMarcus Aldridge, he then goes to Spurs, of course, seeking a ring. I don't blame him. He's old. He's already got a couple though, and I
feel like they started the season good, right?
Yeah,
they had Kyrie and KD, which is all you need. And this is like the other point of that is if they don't win the finals at this point, I'm going to be shocked.
I want Bucks to win. I want Bucks to take them down. That'd be so funny.
I just feel like when KD decided to leave the Warriors and went to the Nets, the NBA was the most balanced it's been since like KD joined the Warriors. Yeah, because when that happened, they were unstoppable. So it was pretty much any other team was like, well, we can't really. And then Kawhi. So pretty much every good team had 2 stars on it. Yep. And that made it I was loved like anybody really could have won.
I loved it. Yeah. I mean, you had LeBron and AD, you had Giannis and Middleton, Curry and Thompson, Durant and Irving.
But now it's like
Westbrook and
Harden wants to go. Yeah. And now you get Blake Griffin and Aldridge go.
And I'm not, like you're saying, sorry, continue.
No, I was just going to say, even though they're on the bench, it's still like they're going to be better role players than.
I was just about to say that, yeah.
But it's just like they're really just hopping on.
Oh, I agree. Like they're just hopping on for the ring. They're going to contribute a lot. I think if I were to pick bench players, I would definitely have them. I think they're going to be better than most bench players out in the league. I think because they obviously still started on their respectable teams and they weren't traded. So I think they're going to be the best bench players around. I think they both show flashes. Like LaMarcus Aldridge has had a 30-point game this year. He's still capable of scoring in the 20s.
Yeah.
And Blake Griffin, I don't think he's quite at that point. I think he's capable of definitely scoring in the high teens. So I think that's decent for bench players. I'm just upset that they both, of course, chose to go to the Nets out of all the places.
Yeah. It's like, it just feels like the balancing power is now just shifted all over there.
Exactly. And now on the West, again, another power move. Now, we differ in opinions on this.
This is not a power move. It's not a game changer.
I disagree. Andre Drummond signed with the Lakers.
He's going to be a starting center that gets you 20 rebounds a game.
And can also put him up and get 20 to 30 points a game. But I also think if you're playing with LeBron, he's not going to let you be selfish and make dumb moves.
I don't know. Is LeBron going to come back?
Well, that's another argument. But if you look at their starting 3, they got AD, Drummond, and LeBron.
But AD's out. LeBron's out.
Yeah.
No, and when are they both realistic?
That's why they added him, which I think is a good move to add him in the meantime.
I think he'll be fine until they come back. I don't know. He gets you 20 rebounds a game and has no. There's a reason he wasn't able to be traded.
Well, that was his salary.
Yeah, but also that
$28 million contract
also that
for
he doesn't
20 games.
Also, he doesn't. He's just not valued anymore.
He isn't, especially the way he plays. He plays really old style. He doesn't have a shot. He doesn't. But he does have good court vision, and he does have good handles.
But he's not good.
But I want to see where this goes. He's only 27 years old. That's the other thing.
Which is why like teams aren't trading for him because he doesn't impact the game.
But I disagree with that because they had legitimate offers for him. Cleveland.
Then why didn't they take him?
Because if you look at Cleveland,
but why would they just buy him out and not take any? Getting a second round pick for him is better than buying him out.
But the thing is they were no. See, if you actually read the trades, trust me, I've done all the research on this.
You have, but
if you look at the trades that were offered for him, Cleveland wanted to get. They were looking for a first round pick or a high second round pick.
Right.
No team wanted to offer that again because he doesn't.
Then why
quite
wouldn't they
fit.
just take a bad? Taking a bad trade is better than just letting a player
because it's also
buy
the
out.
other teams didn't want to give up that much because he's got a $28 million contract.
No,
that was the main issue.
He's not good.
No, it was. If you read up on it, the main issue was his $28.1 million contract.
But if he was good, that's not that high of a contract.
Yeah, and I'm not saying he's phenomenal, but I'm saying
if he was a top 5 center,
I'm saying he's top 5.
He's not. If he was a top 5 center, he would have been traded.
I disagree. I think a lot of because
so
again,
if you think Jokic wanted to be traded, the team wouldn't trade for him.
But it's also
or Joel Embiid.
I mean, yes, I see what you're saying.
I mean,
but I also disagree because it's the $28.1 million contract for 20 games in a season that teams don't want to do because they risk him leaving in the offseason to a team like the Nets or some other power team. And I just don't think they were willing to give up that many trades and players for a player who might leave in the offseason.
The sole reason you're worried about this is because he's on your fantasy team. Well, that's the only reason.
Well, that was, but now it's also the fact that I do think he's decent. I think he's extremely underrated.
No, he rebounds the ball. That's all he does.
And he puts it back up.
But not like that's not what today's game's about. Like he's just not good.
I agree. That's why I said he doesn't fit that well in the NBA. I still think he's a phenomenal top 5 center. I stand by that.
If he was a top 5 center, then he'd fit.
But I don't think I think
he's a top 5 rebounder.
Okay,
he's not a top 5 center.
Okay, we'll say that. I'll say he's a top 5. I'd say he's actually, I'd say, the number 1 rebounder. He's won
Probably.
that score, or he's won that title 4 years already out of 7.
But teams don't they don't care about that. It's
No, but they've started to, because some teams are having issues with rebounding. That's why the Lakers brought him on so heavily, or recruited him so heavily.
They didn't. If they recruit him so heavily, then
Dude,
he would have got traded there.
You do realize LeBron and AD were on the phone with him recruiting him?
I understand that, but I'm saying if they wanted him that bad, the Lakers would have traded for him.
But they don't have the assets.
Yeah, they do.
I don't think they did. I disagree.
Well, but then he just got bought out, so it doesn't even like.
Well, yeah.
A team's gonna take a bad trade over a buyout anytime, so they don't have to pay that money to the player.
Yeah.
So that just shows you that they didn't even.
But if you read into it, they weren't willing to trade him. No matter what happens, they weren't willing to trade him.
So they would rather buy him out than trade him.
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't believe that.
Okay, but you can look it up.
But they're just people. There's just sources on Twitter. I don't believe
It's
that.
not sourced on Twitter. It's from their head coach and their GM.
But what I'm saying is, you just wouldn't buy out a player if you had a good trade offer on the table.
All right, I'm just gonna not talk about this anymore with you.
I mean, but is that not true?
It's not true in their respect. Because in their respect, they were looking to get a high second-round pick. We're gonna need to
First
cut
of
out
all,
this because I'm getting kind of heated.
Any team would offer a high second-round pick for him, but
No,
teams weren't because
teams
he's not.
weren't because he's got a 28
He's not
million.
valuable. That's just the truth.
No, that's not, Spencer. If
Then
you
why
read-
wasn't he traded?
Oh my God! Because of his $28.1 million
But
contract.
that's not like Blake
It's-
Griffin. They owe that to Blake Griffin and all that. Like other teams are willing to do that. It's just because
no,
he's not that
that
good.
contract is huge for 20 games. He would be the highest
They
paid
don't
player.
owe it all though.
But
the Lakers, no team that got him would have owed it all that.
No, but they would have owed like the majority of it.
I don't think so.
Even if it's over $20 million for 20 games, that would put him at the highest paid player in the league. No team was willing to give up a high second-round draft pick and a couple players. They wanted to get 2 bench players and a high second-round pick for him.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they weren't asking too much for him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that teams weren't willing to trade because he's not
they had some
good in
teams
today's
offer, like
sense.
Daniel Tice, I think, was offered for him. There were some good players that were offered for him, but
Right.
they didn't come with the draft picks.
But I'm saying that's stupid.
Well, yeah, I agree. It's stupid.
Like why you're not just going to buy out a player if there's half decent offers on the table. You're going to trade the player, and even if you get 2 second-round picks, it's better than losing a player for nothing. What I'm saying.
I agree, and I agree
That's
that
all
they
I'm
did
saying.
it. I know, but I agree they did it stupid. But I also agree that it's just kind of the way it went. Like,
But I just think that shows you they didn't have any trade value.
I think
And
he did,
a
but not
good
what
player-
they were. I think the organization was very, very poor in their choice of what they were asking for him. I think he does have trade value, but I think his trade value is little to none with the $28
What I'm
million
saying about the
contract.
organization is they're not going to just buy out a player if there's an offer on the
know, but-
table. So I think that says
Yes,
that there
but
were no
they
real
were-
offers on the table. Even if they won, they had him.
Spencer,
on the
do
bench
your
for-
research.
They had him.
Do your research.
They had him on the bench.
Do your research.
I have done it, dude. They've had him on the bench for
Mhm.
3 months.
Yeah.
You don't think, oh, we'll just wait until the trade deadline, and if there's no trades for him, so we're just going to buy him out. That's if there was a half decent offer on the table by the trade deadline, they would have done it.
But there wasn't. Not what they were looking for.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
that's
no,
what I'm saying.
No,
it's
you're
not
arguing
what
that he
they're
doesn't
looking
have.
for.
You're arguing that he doesn't have trade value.
And I don't think he does, which is why he didn't get traded.
But I think he does. I
Then
think
why
that-
didn't he get traded? That's all I'm saying.
Spencer, there were decent trades on there, but they specifically said, read from their GM. Their
I'm
GM
not
said
saying that,
they're
Carson.
not sending him away for less than 2 picks and a
That's not even what I'm
second
talking
rounder.
about.
Okay.
I'm saying if of course they're going to want as much as they can get from him.
Yeah.
But by the trade deadline, if there's no what they want for it, they would have taken a worse offer instead of just buying him out.
I mean, yeah, but by the time the trade deadline rolled around, there weren't even that many trades because teams had already picked up, like LaMarcus Aldridge had already committed
Right.
to the Nets. The Knicks had Mitchell Robinson back. So they didn't
But that's
want
what I'm
to.
saying is his trade value wasn't there. It's not because they were asking too
But
much.
it was in the beginning. In the beginning, it was. But they just were hardballing it. They were like, we're not going to go for anything less than this. No one was willing to offer that. And then by the end of the trade deadline,
People were
everyone
just
was-
like, we're not going to trade for him.
yeah.
That's what I've been saying.
No, but you're saying he doesn't have any trade value at all. I'm
If
saying
he did,
does.
he
I'm
would
saying
have
the
been
organization-
traded.
No, but I'm saying the organization was way too picky with it.
In the beginning, yes, but then they would have taken last pick in the draft.
Disagree on this. No, that's definitely not.
So you'd rather just buy out a player than get a pick?
Yeah, that's at where they were at. Yeah, they just wanted to buy him out.
But that makes no sense.
I agree. I'm not saying it was a smart move.
Then we're arguing the same thing.
No, but we're arguing different because you're saying that he's got no trade value at all.
He didn't, because he didn't get traded.
We're gonna need to cut this whole thing.
No, we don't.
Yes, we're not.
We're literally talking.
No, I'm getting way too heated and upset.
If he had a trade value, he would have been traded.
Yeah.
That's literally all I've been saying.
I'm saying he does though.
Then he would have been traded, and then you just say, yeah.
He should have been. But the organization was way too picky.
Because he's not used today.
But I think
that's why teams didn't trade for him.
They wanted him.
But then they would have traded.
But they couldn't offer what they wanted, and they didn't come to an agreement.
That's literally what you've been saying this whole time. And I've said every single time that's not what I'm talking about. I understand the Cavs were asking too much for him.
Mm-hmm.
But if there was a real offer on the table at the deadline, they would have taken that over buying him out.
Yeah.
So that exactly.
But the way that's not what we've been. No,
that's literally all I've been saying this whole time.
Mm-mm.
Which has destroyed his trade value.
I mean,
your pupils are really big right now.
It's because you're cute. Your pupils get big when you look at people.
Why is it so bright? Dude, that's all I'm saying. Is if he had, she's not growing at all.
Yeah, but there's a lot of sediment on the bottom now. There's like mucus.
I wonder if she tastes good.
Taste her.
I almost have multiple times.
You know what? For the sake of this, I don't even know what we're arguing at this point. You know what?
You're saying that Drummond had a ton of trade value.
I do think that. We're not getting back into this. We can agree to
Let's
disagree.
Just end on this. Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
How can a player have a crap ton of trade value?
I'm not saying he has a crap ton. I think he's got more than what they offered.
But then why didn't he get traded? That's my only point.
Because no one offered.
Because no one, one offered, which equals
at the
no
end,
one offers.
At the end,
equals,
they did have legitimate.
He doesn't have trade value.
No. At the end, they had legitimate trades. If you read up, they had legitimate trades.
So then you don't think a team would have accepted a trade over buying him out and just losing a player for no reason and having to pay a player?
I'm not saying they did a smart move. Not at all.
But it just goes to show you that no one would trade. If he truly had trade value, a team would throw a crap ton of stuff at him.
Yeah,
but
I
did. Didn't.
I threw a crap ton at him.
And what's your record?
I got rid of John Wall and who else?
And what's your record on
Jaylen Brown?
I'm just saying, if teams truly valued him,
mm-hmm.
he's going to be fine on the Lakers. I'm just saying.
Top 5 center.
If teams, even scouts have come out and said he scores 30 and 20.
But has no impact on the floor. I know exactly what
you're
talking
just
about.
Doesn't.
I mean,
which is why he didn't get traded. It's not.
I'm gonna just.
That's the only reason. There's literally no other reason.
Yep. He's still a top 5 center.
Rebounder.
Center.
So you think he's in the likes of Jokic?
Jokic doesn't even
Embiid.
compare to him.
They're not. He's not even close
kidding,
to a top 5 center.
I'd say he's top 10.
This man is He's he's probably the best rebounder, and that's it. Everything else he's mediocre.
All right.
Is that not a fact?
That's a fact, except his dribbling is good, and it is. They literally say that.
What, is he going to come be the point guard on
I
Lakers?
think so.
Oh.
Look at what he does, or look at what Giannis does.
This is one of the stupidest things I've ever talked. You did not just throw...
Your face.
You did not just say Giannis and Drummond in the same.
Your face just dropped. That's what he's going to do for the Lakers. He's going to be starting at point guard. They're going to have Montrezl Harrell down at center. Dennis Schroeder at shooting guard.
Like he's realistically the worst center on their team. Montrezl Harrell's better than him.
Don't slander his name.
You just... Literally, this wouldn't even be...
We've argued about this for 15 minutes.
This wouldn't even be a topic if he wasn't on your fantasy team. That's my only point. So why do you care that
Because
much?
I traded so much for him and no one in the league did.
And the reason that person
took
the
this
trade...
whole segment out and just go for a lot longer.
No.
This is the dumbest argument.
Yeah, because you're being stupid.
No.
I hope so.
I know it did.
I don't know.
I know.
I'm a little skeptical because that red light has not been flashing for a while.
Yeah, it has. It goes dark once we get going. I promise you.
It flashes the whole time it's recording.
Yeah, it's been going for the whole time. It just lost connection.
Yeah, but it might have lost connection when we were in the heated debate.
I hope it did.
No, we're still.
We
putting
still
it
got
out.
the audio.
We still putting
we
it
still
out.
have the audio. And we're recording now, so whatever.
Like Victor Oladipo gets traded to the Heat for nobody.
Broken.
For
NBA
nobody.
is just.
But I'm just saying, like, they accepted that trade because no one else would trade for Oladipo. And instead of just letting... Is that not a fact, though?
Yes,
Okay.
that's a fact.
Okay, then let's move on. I'm glad you
Okay.
understand now.
Yep.
But yeah, Houston, every team in there is just terrible.
Honestly.
The Texans are a sad franchise.
We got Kevin Porter Jr.
The Texans are a terrible
They're
franchise. You got the Astros who just like to cheat.
Speaking of the Texans, did you see Deshaun Watson?
No.
He got caught deleting Instagram messages trying to solicit these girls to come down.
Yeah.
I think he's
Speaking
going to
of
be
Deshaun,
found guilty. They literally came out and were like...
we haven't talked about the Deshaun situation, have we?
We did last time.
We did?
I think so.
I don't think we did. I can't remember.
All right, so real quick,
I
as
think
a
it's
recap.
at like 14 allegations now
14
in
allegations.
a 2-week span.
So apparently Deshaun Watson has this weird fetish where he flies out what?
No, I just was the fetish. It's just keep going.
It's true. It's what it is.
True.
That's how it looks. It goes black and then blinks.
No shit, I know that. I'm just saying it wasn't blinking before. That's all I'm saying. We're gonna miss the whole half of the.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so what happens with Deshaun Watson? So apparently some masseuse came out against him and said that he flew her out to Texas from Florida and tried to get her, when she was giving him a massage, to rub oil on his anus.
Yeah.
And she said no, and apparently he tried to force her into it. And now after she came out, there have been numerous, what'd you say the number was up to?
I think it's at 14.
14 new allegations of him trying to do this. So I don't know what it is with him and butt stuff, but that's... I don't even know where to go with this. Like, that's just weird.
I don't know.
I don't even know where to go
know.
with this. And now apparently he's been caught deleting Instagram messages and text messages trying to solicit these masseuses into coming and giving him massages.
Well,
Which, if that's true, that man's done in the NBA.
NBA.
Or well, NFL. My brain is fried after that argument.
Yeah,
Debate.
You're gonna struggle on that practically, yeah, believe it.
Don't remind me.
Do we have a time on there?
Nope, but that's okay.
All right, we'll
It doesn't matter. I'm fine.
But we got it. I don't want it to be all that long.
No, I know.
Well,
We can cut out a lot of that argument. Some of it.
why? We're discussing. That's what makes podcasts good.
True. I just don't want to come off like a complete hothead asshole.
You won't. You're just heated about your boy Drummond.
I am.
Okay.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So
that happened. The Deshaun Watson situation. Barefoot's getting to me. The Deshaun Watson situation.
Mhm.
Now, I just find it hard to believe that he's never had like a off the field issue anywhere.
Yeah.
And then at the height of him trying to be traded, 14 allegations come out within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You would think if it was 14 people, that one of them would have spoke out when it happened.
I agree.
That's my only question mark. Now,
And
the interesting part is
Mhm.
teams are still trying to trade for him,
yeah.
which is like,
Why would you? I would wait until all this is over.
well, it just
He might
shows the
actually-
privilege of good players.
Not only that, but like, and okay, going back to the other thing that seems fishy about this, let's not forget that every single one of these lawsuits is civil. So all they're trying to get, it seems, is just money. Now, I'm not saying they're not.
You're not saying
valid.
that's the case.
No.
You're just saying it's a possibility.
I'm saying it's a possibility, and it's weird how, like you said, none of these allegations have come out until he's getting traded, and they're all civil, which means that all that would happen if he's found guilty is he would owe them money.
And I think we're not 100% sure, but I think that's where it stands. now.
Yeah.
I don't think any criminal had been.
Yeah. Which I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying it's weird. Because, again, sometimes what happens is once one person comes out, it gives
Right.
the others the courage and the ability to come out as well.
Which I think that's 100% true.
I think that is true. I think that's what's happening.
But when it's 14,
But it's 14 of them.
and he's never had another off the field issue.
Nope.
That's just
Which I think is really weird.
like if it was. No, I was gonna say if it was my boy Jamie Winston down there, he stole some crab legs. So I would be like, okay, maybe.
LeAngelo Ball.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm just.
Yeah.
I hope it's not true.
I hope so too. I mean, what do you think will happen if he is found guilty?
Well, he should serve time.
I think he will. I think he should. But if it's only civil, I don't know how that works. Does that work like that?
If it's civil, then it's just like. I don't think you can go to jail when it's
just
civil.
so messed up. Like if you were somebody who was forced into doing that, wouldn't you want to see your like not accuser, like your attacker, I guess maybe?
Yeah.
Your attacker, wouldn't you want to see them serve time instead of just paying you money and having them go scot-free?
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be like, yeah, I want to put you in jail.
I think the Texans organization's behind it.
Oh, that's a hot take.
But I mean, I hope it's not true just because that's awful.
Mm-hmm.
But if it is, then he should have some penalties.
I agree. And I don't think teams
and then if
should
it's
pick
the
him
other
up.
way and it's false allegations,
They should
have penalties.
I agree.
Should be an even playing field.
I agree.
The other thing is like how the proof is hard.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
The proof behind it is hard.
Especially if he's deleting. Well, they can go back and get the messages and see what he's doing.
But even is a message enough to incriminate somebody? Because like if they had videos
True.
at the tanning or whatever. Have you ever had a massage?
Nope.
I haven't either. I've had leg massages.
I'll give you a foot massage.
Mm.
Some people
I do
say,
like that.
Yeah, I
I
was
do
going to say some people.
That's
do
why I like
that.
pedicures.
Oh, okay. Never had one of those either.
You should definitely get one. But
Do my feet smell? Are they gross?
mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they look like KD's feet. You ever seen a picture of KD's feet?
Oh, that is
I don't know. But that situation is not good.
No, I know. So,
You know what other situation is not good?
Hmm.
The Wisconsin basketball situation.
I know. Reavers.
The whole start, they had 6 seniors, and after
Mhm.
they lost, over the next couple of days, they all put messages out, like thanks to Wisconsin, for the opportunity. Sorry we didn't like win or whatnot. And then the next day, he enters his name in the transfer portal.
Yep.
He made it sound like he was retiring and moving on with his life,
Now he's just trying to go find somebody better.
and it's like, that's bum moves right there.
I agree. That's the
That's-
same thing that, what was his name did? He didn't do exactly that, but he transferred out after last year's COVID issues. He got in a little bit of trouble with the team. He did
Kobe King?
Kobe King.
Well, here's
It's
the
kind
thing.
of a him type move.
Like Trevor Anderson's also transferring.
Really? Where to?
I don't know. But like from his standpoint, unfortunately, the injuries have gotten to him,
Mhm.
and I just don't think he can compete at a Big Ten level
No,
or even like a high D1 level.
I agree with that. He
He
came
could-
from Green Bay, and I think he was good at Green Bay and should have stayed there.
I think it was always his dream to play for Wisconsin.
Oh yeah,
so
it definitely was. It was a stepping stone. That's why he went there, and he did obviously perform at a very high level there, which is what made them bring him on.
and he had some good games for Wisconsin,
He definitely did.
but it's
yeah.
just the injuries are what is preventing him from staying on the court.
Mhm. And I'm partial. I
And-
like him. He congratulated me personally after one of my games.
I do too. He's a really nice guy, but
He is a very nice guy.
I feel like he fits more just like transferring to a low D1 school,
Mhm. I
like
agree.
the Horizon League
Mhm.
or Loyola or
Mhm.
Oral Roberts, where he can like play.
yeah,
But I don't know. It's just he certainly wasn't going to play next year, and I think the coach probably was like,
you should try and
Listen,
get something
yeah.
out of
But
this.
the Reavers one's different because I understand that transferring because you aren't going to play. I
Mhm.
understand that because everyone wants to play,
yeah.
and he's already put 3 years, busted his ass for 3 years, and hasn't been able to start.
Mhm.
So he's like, you know what? I've enjoyed my time here, but I'm going to go somewhere where I can make an impact.
I agree with that
Then
mentality.
Reavers started like 140 games.
Oh, did you make Kobe King earlier?
Mm-mm. I was talking about Trevor Anderson.
Oh, you said Reavers on accident. I was a little confused.
Well, I just said on Reavers on the other hand.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about Trevor Anderson.
Yeah.
Because he's transferring because he doesn't play.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yep.
Reavers is transferring because I think he's soft. And
Yeah.
He's just scared to go back. Like, if he truly wants to keep playing basketball,
Mm-hmm.
then why wouldn't you stay at the team that you've been at with 4 years?
Because they're obviously going to start him next year.
He or it'd be all freshmen. So I think that was a little weird. I was disappointed to see that.
Yeah.
But none of the seniors coming back.
Sad.
It's sad, but
Legacy
it is what
gone.
it is. They underperformed.
I agree. That's definitely weird to think about. We've been dealing with them for the last 4 years. Now it's going to be a completely new slate of guys.
I'm excited for the new players, though.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be fun. They're going to be good.
I think they're going to be super, super good. But football's over. But basketball's over.
Yep.
So you know what's next?
Football.
Spring training.
I know.
Starts this
some
week.
teams have already been playing football games. You got Mississippi State with, who's their coach? Not Jerry Rice.
But that's because they're playing in like a spring season.
Yeah, yeah.
No big school's doing that.
No, what's that guy? Who's their coach?
I don't know.
He's a really famous old.
Chad Ochocinco?
No, he's a really famous
Ochocinco?
old. Look up Mississippi State head coach for football.
Okay.
He's a really popular old football player. He was really good at. He's a Hall of Famer, I think.
In what?
I think wide receiver.
Are you sure it's Mississippi State?
It might not be. Oh, it's Jackson State. Jackson State. I don't know, but
Isn't it like Barry Sanders?
It might be.
No, I know who it is, but I forget his name.
That's what I'm saying. It's not Jerry.
Oh, it is Deion Sanders.
It's Deion Sanders. I love that team, and he is a good coach. I've been watching some of their games just on the highlight reels. They're
That'd be
looking pretty
interesting.
decent. Yeah,
Well,
kind of cool to see them. I wish Badgers did a spring season, but I'm kind of glad they don't because I don't want them to get injured.
why would you do they're not doing a spring season for the fun of it. They're doing a spring season because they didn't play last year.
That's what it is. I
Yeah.
thought some teams, because I know one of my friends, it's a D3 school, but they have a spring season. They play, I think it's 4 games or 5 games in the spring every year.
But what sport?
Football.
Hmm.
Ripon. My buddy Kyle
Interesting.
Jobkey, shout out to you, kicker from Ripon College.
Interesting.
So, yeah, I don't know. Anyways.
It's interesting. But I'm excited for the new. But now I get to turn and look at football.
That is fun. That is
My
exciting.
boy Graham Mertz.
Yeah.
I'm excited
I think he's
for
going to be good.
Hopefully COVID's gone by then.
I know.
Hopefully.
I can't wait for COVID to be gone, open up the economy and everything.
I agree.
Texas is doing that. Down 17% of cases in 1 week.
People probably aren't getting tested.
Yeah, no, they're not getting tested in Texas. They don't care.
Well, she didn't grow, boys.
No, not yet.
I feel like it's not going to grow.
I think it will. We'll have to cut out.
I get what?
We'll have to cut out what I'm about to say, but looks like she came a little bit. What? We're cutting that out,
No, we aren't.
dude.
Why do you keep playing footsie with me?
I'm not. I have my feet. You have your feet. You're playing footsie. With me. Mine are sitting.
my side. Look, my foot's on this.
You want to get into another argument?
Yes.
Okay. Your toes are over my side now. Yeah, as you pull them back. Yeah, you can do it like that. I don't care.
All right. Well, I think that one wraps her up.
Yeah.
Gonzaga's going to win it all.
Nah.
Nate Reavers is a snake.
Yep. Andre Drummond's a top 5 center. All right, that's it.
Norman Powell to the Blazers. I'm excited.
I know.
And Andre Drummond's trash.